When the COVID-19 pandemic started earlier this year, so many people adopted pets to have that furry friend during quarantine. I know a ton of people who have. Now the holidays are approaching and you may not realize some of the dangers that your pets face this time of year. David Gonski is the founder and medical director at West Loop Veterinary Care and joining us more to tell us about these issues. So good morning and thanks for being here.
Good morning. Thank you so much.
So we know so many people have added a new cat or dog into their lives, puppies and kittens. So what do pet owners need to think about around the holidays, especially now when we have Hanukkah going on and Christmas as well coming?
Yeah, there's so much to think about. And boy, to try to keep it simple, our pets are curious. They like to see what's going on, sense things, especially for new pet owners, those puppies and kittens. They want to stick their nose into things. They want to taste things. So we need to do our best to keep the potential hazards out of their way.
And I see right there in that shot that you have, we've heard about poinsettias being toxic to pets. Are there other plants this time of year that we need to be aware of that pets can actually, they can hurt them?
Absolutely. So the poinsettias, it turns out, are not as toxic as we once thought, but they cause a lot of digestive problems. These are lilies, and for cats, you should never have lilies in your home. All parts of the lily are toxic to cats, so you want to keep those out of your home with cats. Some other holiday plants to think about: holly, mistletoe, amaryllis can all cause some digestive upset, some pretty bad vomiting and diarrhea. So try to keep your plants up high and keep your pets away from them.
I know, and you mentioned it right at the top, right? Cats, dogs, they are so curious about everything, so you really have to keep an eye. So what about some of the food and the sweets that we may see this time of year? And I know you have some of them in front of you right now.
Yeah, so I have two kids who are well into the sweets already because we're into Hanukkah already. So we'll start with chocolate because we can't even get very far without eating chocolate. So chocolate is toxic to dogs and cats. The darker the chocolate, the more toxic it is. So keep chocolate away from your pets. As we head into the more Christmas season and there's more baking going on, be aware of baker's chocolate because that is also incredibly toxic. And again, that's more dark than dark chocolate, so be careful. Then we have foods like hams and turkeys and fatty foods that can really upset a pet's system, not only cause vomit and diarrhea, which will land you at the vet's office and you don't want to be there on the holidays, but it can also cause pancreatitis, which is a potential emergency. So let's keep foods as general away from our pets as much as possible.
Yeah, and I think this is so important right now because of the fact that so many people have added those new pets into their lives. So they might not know about these things just yet, you know. So is there anything else that they need to be aware of, these new pet owners?
Yeah, so the other thing that we see happening every year is pets getting into the tinsel and the all the little ribbons and all the things that are around the house on the Christmas tree. So keep those up higher so the pets can't just get to them while they're just exploring their world. We don't want cats to eat tinsel or get into anything like that. And the other thing is I actually see a lot of pets who get sick from the water at the base of the Christmas tree that's been sitting for weeks. So try to block that up so we don't get into that and get sick.
Yeah, we learned that the hard way in my household. We had a couple of ornaments and other things that were close to the bottom of the tree that ended up broken because of a curious dog. So, you know, thankfully no problems other than that. But yeah, a lot of good advice there. Thank you so much, Dr. Gonski. We appreciate it.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
All right, we're going to post all of this advice for you if you missed any of it right at abc7chicago.com.
Hey, if you like that video, be sure to subscribe to our ABC7 Chicago YouTube channel.